Would anyone like to utilize open forum at this time?
How is everyone? Good? Nice. Okay, good. So I get to be the new chaplain. I get to give a couple words, hopefully inspire y'all, make y'all's days a little bit better. So what I thought was amazing was after the Auburn win, Cadillac gave one of the best speeches ever. And it wasn't just the words he said or just like sounded so sophisticated. He was so genuine. I mean, there was just a humility, there was a passion. He just loved Auburn. He loved Auburn, he loved his coaching staff, he loved the players, he loved serving everyone around. So just talk a little bit about loving one another. By show of hands, who in here knows everyone else in this room? Kind of, mostly, we know most people. Do we know most people's hometown, their major? I don't know, maybe not. But I challenge y'all, one person. You have to meet one new person that you don't know in this room and just love them. Just love them as another human being as they are. Get to know them, who they are. Yeah, just one. That's all.
Thank you, Andrew. Would anyone else like to utilize open forum at this time? All right, seeing no one, we'll move on. We'll now conduct roll call. Please ensure that you're in this seat at this time and you have checked in using the Canvas course quiz. It's on there. I'm good now. It's under modules. It's published. It's on there. While all of you continue to do that, we will now go into the approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out electronically both last week and this morning. Were there any corrections that need to be made to the minutes? Seeing that there are none, the minutes are now marked as approved and corrected. We'll now go into our reports from our officers, beginning with our president.
Hey guys, obviously I'm not Jake, but he's not here unfortunately, so I'm going to give his report real quick. I had a successful Board of Trustees meeting this past Friday where they approved the new $77 million building for the College of Education, which will be located where the hill is currently being tore down. Also, the Student Insurance Committee is looking at the state of student insurance. If you have any feedback on that or like to share any comments on that, please email Jake. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Now a report from our treasurer.
Hi everyone, a couple updates. The first thing is that we did some rings promotions this afternoon, so that'll be good for the upcoming ring ceremony and also marketing for rings come next year, so in February. Also currently still working on the contract between us and Alumni Association for ring sales, and so that's going to be like an ongoing thing. That's not like something I'm going to be able to come to y'all one night and be like, we're done, we're good, we got it. That's just going to be like a running thing for a while. So just to keep you on the loop on that. That's all for me.
Thank you. And now the report from the Executive Vice President of Cabinet Administration.
Hey y'all, congratulations to Lucy Alford for getting the SGA Miss Auburn nomination. And now with that, I don't really have much tonight, but we will be traveling to Tuscaloosa on Thursday for Better Relations Day. And for those of you who don't know that, Better Relations Day is where we get with UA's SGA and work with counterparts and work to see future collaborations. So I'm really excited to be having some senators come with us and join us with that, and we're really excited to update y'all next week on how that goes. Thank y'all.
Thank you. And now the report from our Executive Vice President of Communications and Marketing.
Hey everyone, we have some Senate marketing coming through soon. Maddie Northington for pharmacy requested some graphics regarding how to make medical clinic appointments. So we're going to be pushing that out pretty soon. Other than that, just make sure you're keeping up with the Instagram. We're going to do something when we come back, or while we're on Christmas break. That's checking in with SGA over Christmas break. So if y'all do anything fun, take some photos, submit them to the photo circle, take some videos, that kind of thing. And then when we get back from Christmas break, we have our cabinet recruitment week coming up, which Rhett and his team are working on, but we're going to do a lot of social media for that. That'll be kind of tough to make sure that we're communicating with y'all since we won't be here in person for us to remind y'all. So make sure you're staying up to date in Group B and you're checking Coleman's emails so that we can get all those graphics out and streamline communication. And then lastly, Gracie and Sydney just got a story shout out, so go check out the Instagram and vote best dressed because they want to be posted and I posted it. Because anyway, let me know if you need anything.
Thank you, Abby. And now the report from the Executive Vice President of Outreach.
Hope everybody's doing well today. A few updates from me. We had our first DEI boot camp in cabinet today, so we got to talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion when we're working on our projects and initiatives in cabinet. Outside of that, we have State of the City this Wednesday, so the mayor is talking to the city about what Auburn has gone through this past year and ways to make Auburn better this upcoming year. And lastly, we have city breakfast with the mayor this Friday. So if you have any feedback about the city, whether it's like parking downtown, railroad tracks, any kind of events going on downtown, anything, let me know before Friday so that we can talk about it with the mayor. But that's it for me.
Thank you, Fluker. And lastly, our report from the Executive Vice President of Initiatives.
Hey guys, I'm back. Two things. Safety walk, we just had that where we met with administrators and local police officers and with the specific areas around campus that were either dimly lit, shaded, maybe had overgrown bushes, and went to these specific areas to see how we could write down feedback to give to facilities to go and try and make this a safer campus. So that was a really good success that Miller and Mallory put on, so I'm really proud of them. And then secondly, Starbucks in the Student Center is moving down to where ABP is next year. So we need to figure out what we're going to put in the Starbucks area. So I'd like to open it up and hear y'all's comments on what y'all think students would like to have. Maybe sushi. Lucy.
I think a dessert option because we don't specifically have anywhere it's like an experience other than Heyday to go get gelato or get something
Right.
like that. I think like either like caramel cookies or if not ice cream because Ryan said that would be popular with some dessert.
Absolutely. Dessert. Anybody else? Andrew?
I like your sushi option.
Sushi. Toro Sushi. Yes.
Like a hot breakfast place.
Hot breakfast. I like that. Although the Starbucks will become a fully functioning Starbucks, they should have hot sandwiches next year in full service. So maybe that could take that. Any others?
Can we explore, not that's not gonna affect me, but barbecue coming back,
Yes, that's
A Smokehouse.
absolutely. Jamie.
Is there anything in that location that would prevent like certain cuisines? So you say that Starbucks is not a full Starbucks, is that because of like, oh, we don't have enough like, water coming to this area, there's not enough room for like heating elements? Like, is there a reason why that's like a half Starbucks and not a full?
Yes, I believe they don't have enough space to have the full kitchen / espresso. options in that area, but what could happen is blends could be moved up there because they don't need as much space, and if we had a bigger restaurant, could move to the blends area. Anything else? If not, thank y'all. Hope y'all have a good week and a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, John David. We'll now move into our reports from our Senate Standing Committee since we did colleges last week. So we'll begin with academic affairs.
Barranco Liberal Arts. So Madeline couldn't be here tonight because she has pink eye, sadly. But sorry, she probably didn't want me to say that. She's feeling better though. Y'all pray for her. So we have Chloe's commendation for Dr. Melnick is going to be a future order tonight. And then last week, Madeline touched on CCing some more people to her timely grade implementation, and she wanted y'all to know that she has done that, and that email has been sent and those people have been reached out to, so we're just waiting to hear back on that. Also, something we're looking into right now as registration is approaching, or everybody's probably already registered, is the possibility of the requirement of having to know your professor's name before you register for a class, because a lot of times people will register and they have no idea who the professor is. So y'all hit me up with feedback on that, but we're looking into that, and that's all from me.
Thank you. And next, the report from the Budget and Finance Committee.
Seward business. Not much from us. We are working through something with SGA where we're going to move the leftover money from Heyday and try to move that over to Creed Day. I'm going to work with Brad to figure out how exactly that looks, but I just want to let y'all know about that. And then secondly, we have a reserve fund request coming from BSU for an event they're having, and they need the money by this week. So I moved to suspend the rules of order. Can you scroll up a little bit? I moved to suspend the rules of order and move PSSB 22-11-21-01 from a future order to a current order.
It is a motion to suspend the rules of order to move PSSB 22-11-21-01 from a future to a current order. Is there a second? Seeing it's been moved and seconded, is there any debate? Seeing none, we'll go into a vote. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed, say nay. It has been passed, and this bill has now been moved from a future to a current order.
Awesome. That's all I have. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Nick. And now our report from the Code of Laws Committee.
Herring, COSAM. So Ashton couldn't be here tonight, but one big project that we're working on right now is an audit that'll be coming across soon. This is pertaining to moving, or really kind of changing the name of schools council to Executive Student Council. Since we no longer have any schools at Auburn, this is just a necessary change and something that the presidents and vice presidents wanted, but we have to go through and change it all in the code. So that's what we're working on, but that'll be coming soon.
Thank you. And now the report from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee.
Lozano Business. So I had a meeting last week with the Assistant Provost for International Programs and the Director of Housing and brought them the idea of having the Auburn community be able to host international students in those little periods between breaks when they need housing. They really like the idea, so they're going to bring it to the higher-ups and kind of like see if that would be something that would be able to happen with background checks and all of that. Also, I attended the Cabinet DEI workshop, and that was great just to see them break down diversity, equity, and inclusion and kind of pitch it to the whole cabinet. So, yep, that's all.
Thank you. Now the report from the Student Affairs Committee.
Justin, engineering. To start off, I'd really encourage y'all to continue taking the housing survey that Lucy sent out, as well as the SANA survey that Grant's pushing out. Next, we're working to bring a SAC liaison. I know most of y'all have heard of that, and I want to say, in the final stages of that process. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Andrew for working on that. Lucy Alford's meeting with the director of Creed Day this week to talk about implementing an excessive phone usage campaign, part of the Creed Day curriculum, just so we can emphasize the human touch line in the Creed. And finally, a shout out to Nico for great feedback regarding his college and how transportation and how they travel onto campus. And because of that, we are working to bring a bike repair station to the south end of campus. Thank y'all.
Thank you. And lastly, the report from the executive committee.
Hey, all, not a ton for me. Just a reminder for office hours that we're going to do live signups for dining as well. But with that being said, I also got an email about the study spaces resolution that's coming through tonight, but I'll kind of give that background and pretext before I read the resolution. So. Is there anyone that is interested in doing dining hours?
Me, Madeline Dodd, and John David Jones would like to do Monday at 11.
This will be actually for the week, or ours would be for the week after Thanksgiving. But then everybody else is this week. So if you choose Monday, it's the Monday after Thanksgiving. No takers? Awesome. Thank y'all.
All right, that concludes our reports from our standing committees. We'll now go into our reports from our liaisons, beginning with the Honors Congress.
Wood Honors College, not too much to report. We had our tailgate for the Auburn game on Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. It was a pretty big success. And we are currently planning some more events in the future for our students to sort of hopefully give them something to do. And we're working on some incentive programs for to get people, incentivized to participate in some of these charity organizations that our philanthropy committee is currently a part of. So we're trying to brainstorm ideas about that, and we're also taking in feedback for our honors organizational leadership class that we have this semester, this was our first semester having it, and we're sort of working with our advisor to think about tweaks and stuff maybe we could do for next fall, because we're planning on having it again. And that's all from us.
Thank you, Sutherland. We now have our report from the Black Student Union.
Bailey, BSU. So we ended up not having General Assembly today because the National Panhellenic Council, NAACP, OID, and BSU did a joint event to allow students to see Black Panther for free. So I hope they're enjoying the movie right now. We have Vibe with BSU this Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30 in Mel. 2510 is the room number. And we'll be painting, socializing, and we'll have snacks. That's all from my report.
Thank you, Gianni. Next, we have our report from the Auburn Student Veterans Association.
Or student veterans. Okay, we had a busy week last week as veterans. But first, I want to say thank you, y'all, for the really sweet posts when I was the game day hero. I appreciate that a lot. That was really nice. And thank you to anyone who came and cheered me on. I saw a few faces, so that was really nice. Thank y'all. So on the 10th, we had our annual Veterans Gala, which I've been talking about for forever, but it went great. We were able to give out 5 scholarships to student veterans, and we also gave out the Mr. Brightside Scholarship to Clay Buchanan, who was Josh's best friend. So that was really sweet. It had me crying in the club. What else? Oh, and Deani came to the Veterans Gala with the BSU president. So thank you all for coming. We're going to try to do that, make that an annual thing as well. The 11th was Veterans Day, so, just general Veterans Day things for the veterans. And then on the 12th, game day, ASVA got to go on the field. We got to do Tiger Walk, and they actually recognized all the officers on the field. It was about an hour prior to the game starting, so I don't know if anybody was there that early, but we all got recognized, so it was really fun. We tried to stay on the field for as long as possible, which was pretty cool. We got to get down there until like halftime. So yeah, it was fun, but that's all I have. We are very ready to take a break, but also we have Operation Iron Ruck during Thanksgiving, so we will be trying to get through that. I don't know how I'm going to get through that, but we're going to try. So that is all for me.
Thank you, Molly. And next we have our report from the ROTC.
Yeah, it's presentation time. You know how it is. Lawing, ROTC. Yeah, so I'm the picture guy for ROTC, so I get the opportunity to take a bunch of pictures of a bunch of stuff that we do, and so I thought I'd share some of my masterpieces. Please bear with me because some of them are not very good. Oh, fun. Stair running, kind of blurry, but I had to throw this up there. This is Grant. He's my boss, so I told him I'd make him mad and put a picture of him in there because I don't like a picture of himself. This is Brandon. He was just very much in a daze and actually like sat down afterwards. You can keep going to the next picture. Oh, Creighton Williams, stud. Had to put a picture of him up there because he's my boy. Oh yeah, so this is another time we're just climbing on the rope. So if y'all don't know, I'm about to see some pictures of the O course. The O course is like what we do, obstacle course. So it's what we run. So there's a bunch of different pictures. This is, he actually fell off the rope on this case. No one was injured in this. These are two guys going over the double bar. But a lot of these are embarrassing pictures, so hang with me. You can go to the next one. Oh yeah, next one. Yeah, so that was a good one. I love that. Threw that in there. That's a good one too. Feet up. Next one. Ooh, this is a fun one. It's another double bar. You can keep going. Oh, I don't know if you know Ian Guerrero, but I thought that was a tough pick. That's actually going to be in the yearbook. I'm pretty proud of that one. So, yeah, you can go to the next one. And then he gave me a quick smile at the end. I mean, what a cute-looking guy right there, but solid. That's Jalen Rogers, looking good for him. Feet should be on the outside, but that's okay. You can go to the next one. Another one. I call him Gremlin mode because of this. Like, I don't know why, but he looks like he's about to go kill somebody. But, I mean, that's what we're doing. So, this is another great picture, just motivating one another. You can go to the next one. Oh, these are boys. Okay, this is a good one. So I told them, hey, give me your best wink. And so we're in the middle of an inspection. And so these are just two of my boys practicing their good old winks in the middle of an inspection. But you can go to the next one. Oh, more serious time. We do serious things. We're not all goofy, trust me. Another serious picture. This is me. I like get to do whatever I want, and so they got really mad at me, and so he's actually yelling at me in this picture, but I took one of him smiling and put it up there because he looks good. So that one was so tough. Like, I mean, Marines need to get that on their Instagram or whatever. Yeah, you can get the next one. This is a promposal picture. Thought I'd throw that up there as well. Or, oh, more boys, a little blurry. You can guys go. Oh, so this is fun. This is at my last football game with the boys. They're both graduating, but they're two of my studs. But they actually ran out on the field with Veterans Day, so that's something serious part of the matter. They just really enjoyed that experience. Like 4 ROTC from each branch got to run out onto the field, all seniors with carrying the flag that they represent. So that was both Navy and Marine options. They really enjoyed that experience. Yeah, this is just the boys in class just having a good old time. And the last one, this is just me making a PowerPoint. I thought I'd put that up there. I really enjoyed making these for y'all, so I hope y'all enjoy them. That's the end of my PowerPoint, but just on a serious note, this is my last Senate meeting with y'all. It's like honestly been so much fun just sitting here and just listening to y'all and like debate and not really like getting to vote, but also just like at the same time watch y'all go at it. It's really honestly inspired me just like to how can I fix Auburn's campus. And so I hope not only y'all doing serious, but like also have fun with life. Like life is supposed to be enjoyable and a good time. And so I hope like in everything that y'all do, like be goofy. I know, like crack a joke with one another. They're in the middle of a Senate meeting, make Coleman mad, like whatever it takes. Have a good time with it. But yeah, I just want to thank you all for a great time. With that being said, I want to introduce my replacement, Jaden. If you just want to come up here, introduce yourself real quick.
Hey everyone, my name is Jaden Aptekar. I'm a sophomore here and I'm in the Army ROTC program. I'm here to sadly replace this amazing man right here, but I hope I can, live up to his expectations. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Next week I'll probably give a better introduction of myself. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, and that concludes our liaison reports for tonight. We will now move into our current orders of business, beginning with PSSC 22-11-14-01. And I'm actually going to get John David to come up here and preside while I present the bill since Ethan's isn't here. All right, so I ask for approval of the following. Student recognition and appreciation for President Christopher B. Roberts. Whereas Dr. Christopher Roberts joined the Auburn family in the year 1994 as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering and has served Auburn University for 28 years with various titles, including the chair of the Department of Chemical Engineering, interim vice president for development, and interim president for the Auburn Foundation. And whereas Dr. Christopher Roberts has most recently served as the dean of the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, a role in which he has served since 2012. And whereas during his career in the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, President Roberts was able to provide engineering students with the best student-centered experience in the country, establish the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering as a national leader in research and outreach that work to improve the quality of life and foster economic growth, and create a community of faculty, staff, and students that exemplify excellence and innovation. And whereas under Dr. Roberts' leadership as dean, over $357 million in donations to the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering were raised, over $110 million in infrastructure projects were completed to foster the strength of the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. And whereas Dr. Christopher Roberts was selected as the 21st president of Auburn University in February of 2022 after a 9-month national search. And whereas President Roberts has stated that as president, he is committed to instilling a campus climate in which all are welcomed, valued, respected, and engaged. And whereas President Roberts has already made great strides in his first few months as president to prioritize the student experience and create a campus climate in which all are welcome, valued, respected, and engaged through his efforts to actively communicate and engage with all students on campus. Therefore, let it be known that we, the Auburn University Student Senate, commend President Christopher Roberts for his contributions he has already made to Auburn University while serving in the College of Engineering and look forward to all that he will accomplish during his time as president of the university. Concerning Auburn University President Dr. Christopher B. Roberts. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate?
So I actually have the first point of debate. So this was the bill that we all wrote on the floor a couple of weeks ago. It's gone through multiple versions of it, but it's really cool to kind of see it come to fruition and to show appreciation for President Roberts kind of while we're the first Senate term during his term as president. And so this just kind of highlights and shows a lot of his contributions he's already made to Auburn University and shows what we're looking forward to kind of going forward in the next couple of years.
Is there any further debate? Seeing there is no further debate, up.
Lozano business. Under the whereas under Dr. Roberts' leadership as dean, over $357 million. Since there's a dollar sign before the number, there's also a dollar written now. Is that contradictory, or is that
Yeah, we can change it. Do you want to amend it?
$375 million.
Just, yeah.
So you want to strike dollars after 357 and 110?
And strike the word dollars after 110.
There's been a motion to amend the bill. Is there any debate? Oh, is there a second? Sorry, I'm new to this. Is there any debate? The word dollars. Seeing no further debate, we will move into a vote. All those in favor of amending the bill, say aye. Aye. All those not in favor, say nay. It is saying that the ayes have it and the bill has been amended. Is there any further debate? Seeing no further debate, we will move into a vote. All the ayes, please say, all the ayes say aye and vote yes in your Canvas scores. I give up. And all the noes say nay and vote no in the Canvas scores. Aye, there we go. That's it. The A's, I's, I's. No, I did not vote. I need to vote.
I don't think this matters, but just in case, like the quiz says 22, 11, 14, does that matter? Actually, wait.
It should be PSSC 22 11 14 01.
Wait, never mind. I voted on the right. I'm good.
Seeing that the ayes have it and this accommodation has passed.
All right, I can take it from here. You're up next.
Thanks.
Thank you, John David. Now we will move into our first resolution of the night, which is PSSR 22 11 14 01, Auburn University Study Spaces, by Senator Jones and Senator Counts.
Jones at large. Whereas Auburn University has quality facilities for students to enhance their academic experience, such as the Ralph Brown Drawn Library, Brown Copel Engineering Student Achievement Center, Horton Hargrave Hall, and the Academic Classroom and Laboratory Complex. And whereas peer and aspirant institutions, such as the University of Tennessee and the University of Virginia, have elevated their study environment experience to be competitive with our own by implementing an interactive map and website that displays all of their study locations. And whereas Auburn University seeks to meet and exceed the academic learning experience for students to promote academic success amongst students in comparison to aforementioned institutions. And whereas, according to a baseline survey conducted in 2021 from the Student Government Association, out of 252 total respondents, 77.83% of students they primarily study in popular locations on campus, such as the Ralph Brown Drawn Library, the Melton Student Center, and the Mel Street Classroom Building. And whereas the concentration of students using these buildings for studying prohibits students from utilizing all of the facilities Auburn University has to offer to its students, and whereas a large majority of the student body is unaware of the wide range of academic facilities Auburn has to offer that can be utilized for studying on campus, resulting in the high concentration of students studying in the aforementioned buildings, and whereas equipping students with a complete knowledge of available study spaces and improving upon the facilities that already exist will encourage students to spend more time on campus, which will likely result in increased academic success and community in academic circles. And whereas a centralized study space website would equip Auburn students with the knowledge of the available study spaces and allow students to see what each facility offers in their academic learning environment. And whereas by creating more additional spaces in which students can reserve for studying in different facilities across campus will result in the student body spending more time on campus, which will increase the revenue of on-campus amenities and promote academic focus. And whereas giving students access to more amenities within these academic environments will also encourage students to study on campus in comparison to off-campus options. And whereas during conversations with students during Senator office hours, students have expressed the desire to utilize classrooms as study spaces after regular class hours, which will likely would increase the amount of study spaces available and promote academic collaboration. Therefore, let it be resolved that we, the Auburn University Student Senate, urge the Office of Informational Technology to address the dire need for improved transparency pertaining to the conversation of reservable study spaces and to take student feedback and opinions into consideration when developing a new system for study spaces, and therefore be it further resolved that we, the Auburn University Student Senate, support the creation of a centralized study space reservation system that would include all reservable study spaces on campus as well as unused classrooms during after hours. CC Kevin Watson, Director of Information Technology, Office of Student Affairs. Julie Huff, Assistant Vice President of Strategic Initiatives and Communications, Office of the Provost. I move to pass this resolution as written.
It has been moved to pass this resolution and adopt this bill just as read. Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just as read. Is there any debate?
I'm going to take the first point and find this email really quickly for y'all. So this is kind of just a summation of where the project's at, and also to give some preface for this. A lot of the building managers that y'all mentioned last week are copied to this email to be in the loop about what's going on. So if the building is being used within this system, they are very well, I guess, informed on what's about to happen. The end of the email says that I know a lot of us will be in and out for the holidays starting in a couple weeks, myself included, but I really want to see how far ahead we can push this project before the holiday break in mid-December. This isn't necessarily a deep project in terms of challenging software code. The breadth of the project across the campus is going to be the challenging part, making sure we have included all partners across all impacted departments at AU. To that end, if you know someone who I have not included in this email that would be a key stakeholder, please forward this to them and CC myself. Basically, to give some context to where the project's at, is they're really beginning the initial stage of rollout. And like it said, it's not a very deep project. The biggest thing is going across campus and trying to reach all these campus buildings and ensuring that everybody that wants to be included in it's included on it. So that was the email update that Coleman, Ebb, and I got this past week since it was a future order. But that's pretty much the newest update that I have.
Is there any further debate?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It has been moved to amend this bill. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded to amend this bill. Is there any debate? Seeing none, we'll go into a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, this bill has been amended. Is there any further debate on this bill? All right, seeing that there is no further debate, we'll move into a vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye and voting yes. All opposed, please say nay and vote no.
Aye.
All right, it seems that the ayes have it and this bill is adopted. We now have PSSB 22111401 by Senator Williams. Down one more, Ben. Ben, one more. Sorry.
Williams Human Sciences. I ask for approval of the following: the amount of $500 to be allocated to the General Assembly line item of the BSU budget from the reserve fund to fund the paint and sip event. These funds will cover all of the supplies, food, and drinks for the events. The food would either include chicken wings, pizza, or chicken fingers. We would also buy cups and tarts to paint on. We already have several canvases from a prior event. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just as read. Is there any debate?
With first point of debate, just to give context, since this wasn't a future order last week, the event that Deani mentioned that would be happening this week, this is just some funds for that.
Is there any further debate? Seeing there's no further debate, we will go into a vote. All in favor, please say aye and vote yes. All opposed, please say nay and vote no.
Aye.
It seems that the ayes have it and this bill is adopted. And that concludes our current orders for tonight. We will now move into our future orders, beginning with PSSC 22112801 by Senator Cochran.
Cochran Engineering. This is the commendation for Dr. Blake Melnick. Whereas Auburn University's Department of Aerospace Engineering hired Dr. Blake Melnick in 2012 to serve as a lecturer for the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, teaching courses such as statics, dynamics, mechanics of materials, and thermodynamics. And whereas Dr. Melnick uses active learning techniques to increase student engagement and teaching learning strategies to enhance student comprehension. And whereas Dr. Melnick enhances engineering students' performances by creating engaging activities such as in-class escape rooms, hosting fireball nights, and so forth. And whereas, besides these in-class activities, Dr. Melnick created his own YouTube channel, Engineering Deciphered, which has aided students worldwide in learning and reviewing complex material, acquiring 17,000 subscribers. And whereas, Dr. Melnick has expanded Engineering Deciphered to a social media application known as TikTok, posting comedic engineering content that provides engineering students worldwide a place that provides both entertaining and educational content outside the classroom, acquiring over 8 million likes. And whereas, in addition to providing engaging academic support outside of the classroom, Dr. Melnick has also impacted the Auburn and Opelika communities through his foundation, Big House Foundation, which hosts events such as Kids Night Out, Mom's Dinners, Camp Agape in the spring, and a beach trip in the fall. And whereas Big House Foundation was founded by Dr. Melnick and his wife in 2009 and has since grown to serve over 12,000 children in Alabama's foster care system through its various programs and events, providing foster and adoptive families with clothes, birthday presents, school supplies, care packages, baby items, Christmas presents, swimsuits, and towels. And whereas engineering students both at Auburn University and globally, along with the Auburn Opelika community, have both benefited from Dr. Melnick's dedication to his profession and serving others. Therefore, we, the Student Senate, would like to congratulate and thank Dr. Melnick for the invaluable contributions he has made to Auburn University's students and the Auburn Opelika community. CC. Dr. Blake Melnick, Samuel Ginn College of Engineering lecturer, Dr. Steve Taylor, Samuel Ginn College of Engineering interim dean, Dr. Christopher Roberts, president of Auburn University, and Dr. Brian Thoreau, department chair of aerospace engineering.
Are there any questions on this future order? All right, seeing none, that will conclude our future orders for tonight. We'll now go into announcements. I don't really have much for y'all. Thank y'all again for a very productive Senate meeting. I really appreciate all of you coming and paying attention and being very diligent and reading the legislation on hand. Biggest things, office hours this week. I know it's Thanksgiving break next week, but don't forget to do your office hours this week. Even if you are going to move, or not move, if you're going home early, make sure that you do it earlier in the week, but try and keep it at that consistent time that you always do it. Next, we only have one more Senate this semester, which is really sad. It's the week after Thanksgiving break. And so as we kind of wind down this term, we have all of Christmas break to continue to work on your projects and to really finalize it and have a really strong January. But just please let me know what I can do for you. I know there's a couple other pieces of legislation in the works that we're really looking forward to, but I really want y'all to finish out your terms really strong. And And then finally, please continue to push campaign registration during your office hours and encouraging students to run for both Senate and Schools Council. Again, that registration is aub.ie/campaign registration. If you have any questions specifically on that, please let me know, or anyone on exec, and we'll be more than happy to kind of tell you all what's going on. Yeah, and then finally, thank you to Alex, our ROTC liaison. Everyone give him a big round of applause. All right, and that is all from me at this time, but keep up the great work. Remember to be smart, be safe, and be kind to everyone. You're dismissed.